After the terrifying transformation he went through under the full moon, he's now more aware of the changes happening to his body and mind. Scott is both fascinated and frightened by his new werewolf abilities. His senses are sharper than ever, and his physical strength continues to increase. But he's unsure how to control these powers. Stiles, ever the loyal friend, is trying to help Scott figure out how to manage his new condition. They talk about what Derek Hale said, that Scott's life is now in danger, not just because of the transformation, but also because there are hunters who might be looking for him. Scott doesn't want to believe that he's in real danger, but he knows he can't deny the facts anymore. However, his biggest concern is how this will affect his relationship with Allison, the girl he's been crushing on. At school, things start to get complicated. Scott notices Allison more than ever, but he's also aware of how different he is now. He tries to act normal, but the more he tries, the more difficult it becomes to hide his abilities. His heightened senses make it hard to focus in class, and his super strength causes him to break things without meaning to. Scott's emotions are also more intense. His anger, fear, and even attraction to Allison are magnified, and he struggles to control himself. In one tense moment, Scott almost reveals his werewolf nature when he accidentally overhears a private conversation between Allison and her father, Chris Argent. Scott learns that Chris is not just a regular dad, but also a skilled hunter of supernatural creatures. Stiles confirms that the Argent family has been hunting werewolves for generations. Scott realizes that not only is he in danger, but so is his budding relationship with Allison. Scott seeks out Derek again, hoping for more answers. He wants to understand if there's any way to reverse the werewolf transformation, but Derek explains that this is something permanent. Derek also warns Scott that if he doesn't learn to control his abilities, especially during the full moon, he could end up hurting people he cares about, including Allison. Derek offers to train Scott in how to manage his powers, but Scott is hesitant to trust him. He's not sure if Derek is a friend or an enemy, but with the full moon coming again soon, Scott knows he doesn't have much time to figure it out. Meanwhile, Stiles continues to dig into Derek's past and learns that Derek's family was involved in a tragic fire years ago. This only adds to the mystery surrounding Derek and what he might be hiding. Scott is faced with his first real challenge as a werewolf. During a lacrosse game at school, his powers begin to spiral out of control. The speed and aggression that made him an asset in practice now threaten to expose him in front of the entire school. His senses go haywire, and he nearly injures another player during a heated moment. Stiles rushes to calm him down, reminding him to focus and keep his emotions in check. But it's clear that Scott is struggling. In a critical moment, Scott locks eyes with Allison in the stands, and her presence seems to ground him. He manages to regain some control, but just barely. After the game, Derek confronts Scott again, warning him that things will only get worse if he doesn't embrace his werewolf side and learn to live with it. As the episode ends, Scott is left feeling more confused than ever, torn between wanting a normal life and accepting the truth of who he's becoming.